What's up guys, it's Trevor with Embers. Today behind me I have the brand new Green Mountain Grills 2.0. They've redesigned them. We're gonna talk about some of the upgrades, see if they're actually worth it, if they're actually better. These two behind me are basically the same thing, just size differences. So we have the ledge and the peak, and we have a lot of versus videos coming. So we're gonna see Green Mountain Grills up against Traegers, up against the new Webers. Oh, and by the way, we're Yoder's newest premier dealer in the state of Colorado. So Yoder will be here in person. Of course, that's gonna be our high-end smoker, so stay tuned for that. We have grills that go up to $10,000. So for what you find in a more boutique store like this is gonna be on the lower end for us on what we display. And I will say they do show that a little bit. You know, I think they're $9.99 and $11.99, and I do the old scientific shake test. You know, not bad, but pretty stable. So there's my review. Review's over. Give it 2 thumbs up. No, just kidding. But overall, it seems fairly solid. I do like the casters that we have, you know, nice solid rubber casters all the way through, because plastic casters are a big no-no. They break all the time. And then we do get a nice little storage rack down here. This seems a little annoying. Like, it's too floppy, and like, what is it doing? You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather just, like, I don't have to lift stuff up and over that. Here we have the side shelf. Of course, this is retractable. So this retracts this way, and then our grease traps right here. I'll get to this in a minute. There is an optional accessory for a rotisserie kit. So this is gonna be where your motor mounts, and then your spit rod is gonna go in right there. So if you want the optional rotisserie kit for this, I'm gonna talk accessories a little bit. They have some really cool new accessories for this as well. Always worth the upgrade when they give us the bottle opener. You even say it says up. That means you install that upwards, which is good to know, because believe it or not, our guy here does install them upside down. We have our Wi-Fi controls here. We do have an auger or a hopper window, so we can see how high or low our pellets are. That is nice because the airflow of opening and closing it does affect the draft, so you don't have to open that up. That actually is going to affect performance. So I like that. I like that we have this window here. That's nice and handy. We do have a hopper clean out. Now this hopper clean out is gonna be handy. Oh, it just detaches, look at that. If you wanted to change pellet flavors. So say you had it full of oak and you wanted to put in like something stronger, like mesquite or hickory, like a stronger flavor profile. That is how you could easily change out your hopper. We also have a window here. On some of the gas grills and stuff, I don't think it's completely necessary. On pellet, it is a big deal, because if you're going low and slow, you know what they say, if you're looking, you ain't cooking. You can't have that. So now we can look and cook at the same time. So that actually is kind of a nice feature. 12-volt power. So we have an option for AC adapters. So that's nice. You can plug it into a battery, you can plug it into your car. Like if you wanted to take them camping or something like that, you can use these mobily now a lot easier with the 12-volt power. Comes with 2 meat probes as well. We got pretty boilerplate cooking grates, I would say. This is our smoke shelf. Let's get that out of here. Oh, another cool feature, interior lighting. So we have a light over here. That's kind of handy. Our burn pot is gonna be really important, and I like that this is a higher quality, like thicker gauge steel that you can see here in our actual burn pot, because obviously this is getting the hottest part of the grill is going to be the burn pot itself. And just the fact that that's a higher quality grade material, we don't have to warping and rusting like we would if we use like some junk metal or something like that. And then also this design, they call this like the Venturi design, and we use that a lot in fireplaces too, Venturis. And the Venturis basically mean like the amount of air adjustment or oxygen that we allow into the burn chamber. So this burn chamber, these Venturi adjustments really help give oxygen into the burn pot, which of course is gonna be important to have an even fire. So this is not something you're really gonna see like on the curb, like if you were just looking at the curb appeal of this grill. That really needs to be explained, and that is an important feature and something I really like about Green Mountain Grills. Our heat shield is in here. Now you notice this is adjustable now, okay? So this little rod on the side here holds this Now, what in the world do you need that for? Now, when you're set at 0, like we are here, this firebox pretty much across the board stays 100% even, all right? Now, if I were to open this up all the way, let's say, that's gonna push the heat from the firebox or a burn pot off to the left. So what that allows us to do, which is especially handy on this bigger grill, is it allows us to offset cook. So we can go extra low on the right and higher heat on the left. Now, we can even high heat like sear steaks here. Now, the grill only calls for 550. If you open that up all the way, you can get it a little bit warmer, but it basically allows us some play within the grill to move temperatures around if we want, if that makes sense. Probably one of my favorite features, and I forgot it was my favorite actually. I was like, what in the world is this access door for her? It goes in this tube, and you'll see this tube goes all the way to the burn pot. Now, we can hook up any shop vac to this and suck out all of the ash in our firebox. That is crazy handy because you see, I got the cooking grates out, I got the smoke shield out, and the firebox shield all out. And normally, if you wanted to cook, you'd have to take all of this out before you cook, hit the actual burn pot with a shop vac, and put it all back. This, even in the middle of, well, no, I wouldn't say in the middle of a cook, but you'd be sucking fire into don't do that. Right before a cook or no, just right before, not after. You want to suck. I'm talking real dangerous here. Right before your cook, you're just gonna want to hit that real quick, and then it's easy. There's nothing worse than getting like halfway through a brisket, realizing that your ash is clogging up your burn pot and you don't have enough oxygen flow. That's when you start getting uneven temperatures. And that's what we call not good brisket. That's what that's called. Let's talk about the most important things, functionality and the way it cooks. That's really, really important with smokers because we're doing low and slow cooking. And so functionality is a must. So we have the burn pot shop vac clean out. Awesome. We have the firebox adjustability to kind of turn it into an offset smoker. Also awesome. The Venturi heavy duty metal and oxygen airflow system in the burn pot, absolutely awesome. We have Wi-Fi, we have front shelf, we have rotisserie option, tons of accessory options for rib racks, things like that. And the coolest thing they offer in accessories is you can turn this into an infrared electric side burner. That thing is sweet. Wi-Fi, if I mentioned that already, interior lighting. Guys, I promise you, there's nothing that gives you this many features at this price in a pellet smoker. There's nicer pellet smokers, no doubt about it. But for this price point with the feature-rich features, how would I word that? Maybe feature-packed? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this, but there's nothing like it that has all of these options at this price. Enough said. Stay tuned for Versus videos.